To quote that AJR song, we had quite the run, didn't we, though? January's back, everybody. Gave me hope there. The 1-2 punch of Scream and Belle, you really put that little cookie in front of me, going like, oh, maybe there will be good movies this month. Nope. Okay, sorry. Save that energy, Grant. Save that energy. Okay, deep breath. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy, raised on popcorn, all that bullshit. Welcome, everybody. Hi. In case you're wondering, the movie we're going to talk about, if you saw the poster at the beginning, you know what it is. It's bad. So let's just get to it. Hi, everyone. Sorry, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome, Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Let's get this over with. So, by get this over with, I mean, we're giving this movie a new ass crack. So, hi, everyone. Again, sorry. Redeeming Love. Redeeming Love is directed by DJ Caruso, who directed, is mostly kind of a journeyman. He did Disturbia, which I actually quite liked, Eagle Eye, which I thought was fine, and Triple X Return of Xander Cage, which I also thought was fine. What's Redeeming Love about? Redeeming Love is an exploitation film, but tell that to the film itself, because it would make you believe that it's some Western Christian Nicholas Sparksy romance movie, but that's not what it is at all. So where do we begin? Film centers on a young... I probably should disclaim this. I am going to... This movie is not representative of the people of the actual religion of Christianity. I probably should mention that. This does not... God didn't make this movie again. I know, I say this a lot. Anyway, Abigail Cohen plays Angel. She's a prostitute. Not by her choice, but she is. Living in the Old West during the Gold Rush. She is working under the auspices of the Duchess, played by Famke Johnson. That's right, Jean Grey's in this movie. She is... I really don't want to talk about what this movie is about. She was forced into this by... after her mother's death. Her mother's played in flashbacks by Nina Dobrev, who should know better also. She, as an 8-year-old girl, is forced into... Trigger warning. She is forced into a child prostitution. She is forced into child prostitution. She's going about her time, suffering, just wanting it all to be over, just wanting her, just basically getting harmed by every man she meets until the day she dies. And then here comes a young farmer, who takes one look at her and immediately falls in love with her, and then proceeds to stalk her, repeatedly go up to the brothel at risk to really her life more than his, at the hands of who she's with, and badger her into marrying her, then essentially kiss her without her consent, abduct her when she's already been beaten, basically abduct her. I mean, she only agrees to go when she's been beaten black and blue, and she's just like, whatever, anything's better than this. Has her work on his farm. This movie's awful. And it's a religious film. And the message is, essentially, if you're exploited, you can have a happily ever after too. And by happily ever after, it means settling for someone who also is terrible. That a man marrying you like Redeeming Lover's soul-crushing. Anyway, just to put it, yeah, fall in love, whatever, happy ever after. Not really. Just... Movies like Redeeming Love are rotten to the core, because what they represent is... I'm speechless. First thing, I don't know where to start. I think you should start by saying this movie's 2 hours and 15 minutes long. That's right, 2 hours and 15 minutes long. If you thought Twilight was bad, or 50 Shades of Grey, or 365 Days, oh boy. Imagine the Christian version of that, produced by Pureflix. That's right. They went under a new name, but I know Pureflix when I see it. Pinnacle Peak is what it's called now, but it's Pureflix. It's David Ayer White's new company. It's the same thing. I was sick during all of this movie. That's right. This is a film that depicts child rape. Forced. Not like, oh, she chooses to. Like pro-choice, like forced sobbing against will, abortion. Forced sterilization. Women being beaten. Spousally and just in the context of prostitution. Child prostitution, which I think already goes hand in hand. Murder. Rape. Rape by coercion. All this despicableness. And it uses all of that to prop up a hallmarky love story about a woman who essentially tells this very, very holier than thou and dick cheese farmer that she doesn't want to be with him over and over and over again. Runs away the second she's back on the farm. And eventually settles for him. Eventually just settles for living a life of working labor on a farm that she doesn't want. She wants to get out of the brothel, yes, because of course she does. She's a sex slave. Of course she does. She didn't ask for this. It's evil what they did to her. But she wants her own life. She doesn't want to be with him either. But can she have that? No. No, she can't. She has to settle for being with this idiot on his farm, and then when she gets there... Dad, spoiler alert, by the way. When she gets there, she says, I'm sorry for all that I put you through. Kiss my ass. Really? Really? This movie's offensive. There is not a single character who is not white, and the few that are, major character, and the few supporting ones that are essentially the help. And they're not given any dimension. There's no... All it needed was homophobia, blatant homophobia, to win the bingo card. And the worst part of all of this is, I shared a movie theater. A packed movie theater. With a bunch of 16 to 45-year-old women. Who cried. Also, this movie has a lot of sex for a movie that's a Christian movie. One of the only interesting things about this movie. And I'm not talking about sex in the context of the actual premise. I'm talking about, sex between the romantic couple. Actual sex that's supposed to be... That's not rape. Actual... God, that's a weird thing to... No, but, where the women were like, oh, Michael... People were reacting. It was like being in a theater full of Karens, and I know I hate that word, but it really was like that. Who were swooning. Watching this movie, the theater experience with me is like watching porn with your evangelical aunt, who is getting way too into it. And it's porn made by evangelicals. Look, this movie is terrible. On the bright side, however, there were some unintentional laughs that I had to stifle my laughter for, so I couldn't even enjoy that because I I knew that if I did it in the theater I was in, then I would have to deal with, I would have a confrontation because someone would be kicking my ass. Because they were really into it. It was like Twilight levels. This is based on a book. That scares me. Like, it scares me that these people, that the audience, it scares me that they're buying this. It really does. Because it's not, this is the kind of fantasy you should not be having. That no one should have. No one should settle for a life like this. Nobody. This is not romantic at all. This is rotten. This is misogynistic. Eric Dana's in this movie, and he plays essentially the person who forces her as a little girl into prostitution. There's a scene where he is... Well, basically, whole movie, he's Irish. It sounds like a really demented version of the leprechaun from Lucky Charms. He is doing the worst... The male lead in this, the Dick Cheese Farmer, is essentially... He's clearly English, but he has trying to do a southern accent, and he's doing it like this. Old time angel, I'm gonna save you. There's no joy to his performance. There's no joy to her performance. There's nothing to this movie. It is tragedy porn. It is exploitation porn. And it's long, and it's offensive, and it's mean-spirited, and it's gross. And it creeps me out. This movie creeped me out. And it also has all these horrible things happening, like, in the span of 2 minutes. Like, every time something like this happens, it's in a montage format. They have the mother dying right after being forced into prostitution, the girl being taken away, a guy being murdered in front of her, over-murdered, too. Her essentially being passed around, her growing into age, also earlier in the film, her father all but abandons her, and beats her mother. Then, she's taken, within that same montage, her dad comes into the brothel, doesn't recognize his own daughter, proceeds to have sex with his own daughter, and then, realizing his guilt, shoots himself in the head. And then she tries to run away, and her evil pimp murders the kindly woman who rescued her. This movie's offensive. This movie's evil. I hated this movie. Fuck this movie. You know what? I'm gonna do it. For the first time ever in the young history of the new Raised on Popcorn with Grant, I'm going to give it my inaugural 0-star rating, or as I like to call it, Grant's middle finger of kindness. 0 stars for Redeeming Love. I hated this piece of shit. Do better. You can do better than this. I'm gonna say this. Women, men, all people watching that movie, anyone who's romantic of any kind, you can do better than what this movie is wanting you to do. Fuck this movie. Sorry. Trailer trash. Let's go through these. Lightyear looks good. Tired of the trailer. The Lost City looks good. Tired of the trailer. The Unbreakable Boy looks good. Looks good, I guess, but I'm worried about the way they're going to depict autism. Death in the Nile looks good. Sick of the trailer. Cyrano looks good. Sick of the trailer. The Bad Guys looks alright. Marry Me. I'm so sick to death of this freaking trailer. Was there shawarma? No, there was not. Okay. Sorry, I'm mad. We'll be on Sundance Beat this weekend. Sunday, we're talking The King's Daughter. I'm also on TikTok, everybody, so more of this wonderfulness on TikTok. And other things to come. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does, what that's supposed to do. Or so I've been told. If you want to find me else who reviews this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on Letterboxd.com at Raised on Popcorn with Grant, as well as on TikTok at Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Remember, you can do better than what Redeeming Love is selling you. Skip this movie, and until next time, we were all raised on popcorn. Sorry for the yelling and cursing, and make mine with extra butter. See you next time. Bye.